Ever wondered why achieving goals can sometimes feel like scaling Mount Everest? It's a sentiment many of us can relate to. We start with a spark of inspiration, a goal that burns brightly in our minds. But as we begin our journey towards it, we encounter obstacles that make us feel as though we're scaling an insurmountable peak. Let's be honest, setting goals is the easy part. It's reaching them that becomes a challenge. Think about the last time you set a goal. Maybe it was to lose weight, learn a new language, or start your own business. At the start, you were probably filled with enthusiasm and determination. But as the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, did you find it increasingly difficult to keep up the momentum? Did the goal that once seemed so achievable start to feel like a distant dream? You're not alone. Many people set goals, but a significant number fail to reach them. Research shows that 8 out of 10 people fail to achieve their New Year's resolutions. That's a whole lot of unfulfilled potential and broken dreams. So why does this happen? One of the main culprits is a lack of a clear, defined path. We often have a vague idea of what we want to achieve, but we don't have a detailed plan on how to get there. We tend to overlook the importance of mapping out each step of the journey and instead focus on the end result. This lack of planning can lead to feeling overwhelmed, losing direction, and eventually giving up. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. Achieving goals doesn't have to feel like a steep mountain climb. In fact, it can be a lot easier than you think. If the path to your goal seems like a steep mountain climb, don't worry, we're about to make it a leisurely stroll in the park. The key to making your goal journey easier is breaking it down into manageable steps. Now let's delve into what this means. Imagine your goal as a mountain. It's high, it's towering, and it's intimidating. But if we approach it with the mindset of conquering it all at once, we're setting ourselves up for an overwhelming experience. Instead, what if we break the mountain down into several hills? Suddenly, it doesn't seem too daunting, does it? That's the concept of breaking down a goal into smaller, achievable targets. It's about taking that big, lofty goal and dividing it into bite-sized, manageable pieces. You see, our brains are wired to respond positively to achievement, no matter how small. Each time we achieve a small target, we get a boost of dopamine, that feel-good hormone. This not only makes us happy, but also motivates us to keep going. Let's illustrate this with a generic example. Suppose you want to read 20 books in a year. That's your mountain. Now let's break it down. 20 books a year translates to about 1.5 books a month. Even further, that's roughly half a book a week. Doesn't that sound more manageable? You're no longer staring at a mountain of 20 books. Instead, you're looking at a small hill of half a book a week. When we break down our goals like this, they become less intimidating. We can see the path to achievement more clearly. It's not about rushing to the finish line. It's about taking one step at a time, one small target at a time. It's about the journey, not just the destination. And the best part? Each small achievement brings us closer to our ultimate goal. Each hill we conquer brings us one step closer to the top of the mountain. By breaking down your goal into smaller targets, the path to your goal becomes less daunting and more achievable. So take that goal, break it down, and start your journey, one step at a time. Consistency, this is your secret weapon in your goal achievement arsenal. We've all heard the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. This timeless adage holds a profound truth. It reminds us that significant things are not accomplished overnight, but through consistent effort over time. The same principle applies to achieving your goals. Consistency is the engine that powers the vehicle of progress. It's the commitment to making small, manageable movements every day that lead to substantial results over time. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. Each day, it gathers more snow, increasing in size until it becomes unstoppable. Consider this. If you make a 1% improvement in any area of your life every day at the end of a year, you won't just be 365% better. Due to the compounding effect, you'll be over 37 times better. Now imagine applying that to your goals. Think about your daily habits and routines. They may seem mundane or insignificant, but they're the building blocks of your life. The books you read, the food you eat, the conversations you engage in, the thoughts you entertain, they all add up. By consistently choosing habits that align with your goals, you're laying the foundation for your success. But it's essential to remember that consistency doesn't mean perfection. It's not about doing everything flawlessly all the time. It's about showing up day in and day out regardless of how you're feeling. It's about taking action even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. That's how progress is made. So, don't underestimate the power of consistency. It's a mighty force that can propel you towards your goals faster than you might think. It turns the impossible into the possible, the dreams into realities. Consistency is not about being perfect. It's about never giving up, no matter how small the steps might seem. Every journey has milestones, and yours is no different. You see, as we navigate the path toward our goals, it's essential to acknowledge and celebrate each little victory along the way. It's not just about the destination, it's about appreciating the journey too. These celebrations, no matter how small, serve as a positive reinforcement, a pat on the back that says, "Hey, you're doing great, keep going." They boost our motivation, helping us to press on when the going gets tough. Moreover, celebrating small wins makes the whole process enjoyable. It's like taking a pause to smell the roses during a long hike. It keeps our spirits high and our determination strong. It's these moments of joy that make the journey worthwhile. Remember, every small success is a step closer to your ultimate goal. Celebrate them. After all, it's these incremental achievements that add up to create the big picture of success. So, how do we make the path to our goals easier? That's the question we've been exploring today. Let's briefly revisit the key takeaway points. Firstly, we talked about breaking down the process. By dividing your main goal into manageable chunks, it becomes less intimidating, more achievable. You're not climbing a mountain in one leap, you're taking it step by step. Next, we delved into the power of consistency. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's the small, consistent actions you take daily that lead you to your goal. Consistency is the key to the vault of success. And lastly, celebrating milestones. Don't forget to acknowledge your progress. Every step forward, however small, is a victory. It's these mini celebrations that keep your motivation high and your spirit soaring. Achieving your goals doesn't have to be a Herculean task. With the right strategies, you can turn it into an enjoyable journey. Thank you for watching, and here's to your success.